Hi everyone, it's Ashley. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. Guys, I am so excited. I have found so much cute stuff lately. And like I said, a lot of things have kind of just backed up because I honestly have been super busy and I was sick, so things in all areas of my life just kind of got a little backed up, but I'm getting my life back on track and I want to show you guys some things that I found lately. We are going to do a few crafts with some things I have on my desk, and then I have some things over to the side here. So we're going to get all this done tonight. Yeah, so I think that I'll go ahead and just show you a few things that I found lately that I thought was a really good deal or just super cute, and I wanted to show you guys. So first of all, I have this little keychain here, and I got this at Target. It was in their dollar spot. It was $1. It just has this cute little pink pom-pom, and then it's like a mint color and it says magical. And then I've seen these like at Hobby Lobby to DIY yourself, which I'm sure they are probably like a little cheaper than $1. So that might be the way to go if you want to make a bunch of these. But I really just wanted to test it and see if I even like the concept, because for me, it's kind of a small area to kind of work in. So I saw this one for $1 and I thought it was really cute. So I figured for $1, I would risk it and see how I liked working on this blank. Sticking to the dollar spot, I accidentally ripped the tag off of this, but this was also in the Target dollar spot. It was called like pickleball bag. It was in like their little section of pickleball things, which is super cute. They have like water bottles and like little like racket covers and just all kind of stuff that was super cute. But I personally don't play pickleball, so I don't really have a particular need for most of that. But I did find this little fanny pack, I guess you could say, or there's like another term that people use now for it when you kind of wear it like across your chest, but I don't know, it's escaping me at this point. But I just thought it was so cute. It's white and it has these light blue stripes. My husband and I are going on our anniversary cruise in just a few days. And when I saw this, I thought that this would be perfect for the cruise. And I will tell you, ladies, if you are plus size, this belt on here is so long. I mean, this probably fits me with 2 times the size to spare, and I am a plus size woman, so like the one at Hobby Lobby I think is so cute, and last time I was in there I tried it on and unfortunately it did not fit around my chest the way that I would like to wear it, which, you know, no shade to them, it is what it is, and I find that, you know, happens a lot. So just if you are wondering if you are plus size, this is so plus size friendly. If you are top heavy, this is so friendly for that as well. And I want to say for my smaller ladies, it also goes really small. And I like too at the ends, it has like the extra buckle here, so if you do like have a lot of slack and you are a smaller person, you can really move this all the way out and it keeps your belt to the belt itself, so you don't have like a super long flap, kind of like flapping in the wind, you know. I hope that all made sense. I'm not probably the best person to explain this, but I hope that you understand where I was kind of going with that. So I found this. This was $5, and I am so in love with this for the cruise. I cannot wait to take this with me. At the same time, I also found this glass dry erase board, and the reason that I really like this is it comes with an adjustable wood stand. This was $5, also in the Target dollar spot. But it comes with a little stand like this, and I will take it out and show you guys. But it has where you can kind of stand it up or where it lays down. And honestly, I'm going to be super honest with you guys. I try so hard to be like a planner girly. I want to be a planner girly so bad, and you know, there are times where I'm super into it and I keep up with it and I do really good. And most times, honestly, I kind of don't because I'm not a person that really has like something going on every day of the week. So honestly, I don't have like a lot of things to put in a planner. So I find myself like kind of just making all these notes like around the house and having like all these pieces of paper. So I am definitely a person that kind of just likes to jot things down, and then I can kind of erase it as I do it or check it off, or, you know, keep a kind of running list right on my desk. So I was super excited to find this. And like I said, it was $5. Actually, let's go ahead and open it and I'll show you guys how it sits. Okay, so I thought it was kind of like the glass dry erase board and then like the stand itself, and you kind of had to like put it on there. But I actually like it better because the stand is connected to the board itself. So you can either set it up like this, or you can have it sitting on the desk and it kind of sits like with a tilt to it. So this is how I'm probably going to use it, and I will just set it right here next to my desk, and then I can just write my notes as I need to. And I think it's so cute. And I mean, for $5, it came with the board, the stand, and a marker. And like I said, I think that right now, just kind of how my life is at the moment, I probably am not going to become a planner girly in the next couple of months. So I think that this will work a little better for me. And I just have to accept that it is what it is, right? Okay, so next is these 2-pack of dish towels. It was $5 in the Target dollar spot. How cute is this tea set print? I think that that is so cute. It has a lot of blues and like corals, navy, red. It has like little strawberries and looks like some lemons, and it's so cute. But I have to tell you, this is not even the reason I bought this set. As soon as I saw these little details on this other one, I was in love immediately. This one here is what drew me to it. It is this really, really pretty like powder blue. It has kind of what, a like check pattern. Is that how you say it? I think. But really what I loved is this pleated detail at the bottom here. So, you know, for now in January, because I'm kind of just transitioning into Valentine's Day, for now I will probably display these together. And that's fine for January, but as I kind of move definitely more into February, into Valentine's Day, I will probably more than likely keep this one up and then change this one to more of a Valentine's Day one. But we're going to be working with this today because I have to get this up immediately. It is so cute to me. Okay, so this is from Hobby Lobby. I'm sure that you've seen them. A lot of people have been using them lately because let me tell you, they are so cute. I've seen these on a couple people's channel and I had to get one. I'm so happy that I found this. So we're gonna be using this today. And then the last thing that you can see on my desk here is this desk mat. This was from the Target dollar spot. It said, oops, sorry, hit my camera there. It says desk mat. The size is 23.6 by 11.8. And it's a faux leather surface anti-slip base. I got this in white and it was $5. At my Target, they had a white and a pink. So I will tell you, I was so excited to find this. I thought that $5 was a great price for it. And honestly, getting it out of the package, I still think that $5 is a great price for this. I think that it is a very nice texture. I appreciate the color. It's like a really nice kind of off-white. I feel like it feels nice, and I feel like for $5 it's worth it. However, it's not going to work for what I needed it for. I wanted to use it kind of as my background for my videos, but as you can see, it's not quite large enough to fit the frame that I like to shoot in more times than not. So I don't think this is gonna work for me personally. However, if you are just in need of a desk mat, I do think that this is a really nice option for $5. And like I said, they did have it in a really, really pale pink as well, which I thought was so cute, but I decided on the white. I will tell you, I have had this unrolled and I put like some heavy things on all four corners. And it's been like that for maybe about 6 hours now. And I will say it is still rolled on the corners. However, I'm sure if you left this for any like longer period of time, if you gave it like a good 24 hours, I think that it would lay down flat, and I think that it would be just fine. Okay, so since we kind of got that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and start my first craft here. Now, I have a little bit of everything tonight, I will tell you. I have some things that are kind of Valentine's inspired. I definitely have a couple things for my cruise. I have some just kind of general house things. So this is going to be just definitely a little bit more of a Mod Podge of a video. So it is going to be just a little bit of everything. We have some adhesive vinyl, I have some iron-on, and I think that's about it. So I will tell you, this first sign here, I saw this sign at Hobby Lobby. It was on clearance, but it was still like, I want to say like $6. And I just felt like for the frame that they had it on and the size, I feel like for me personally, $6 was still kind of expensive for the size that it was on. So I just simply took a picture, which I don't know, I hope that's not illegal, but I just took a picture of it, and then I just came home and decided to make it for myself. That way I could use the blank that I wanted and the colors that I liked. Now for this, I did decide to go with black. I don't use a lot of black. However, there are times in like certain places in my home where I do like a lot of contrast, and I just kind of like a very, very classic look, which for me, my dining room is one of those places. My dining room is definitely kind of more serious and just like a little more formal. So with that being said, I usually kind of go with more of a classic look for that room, and I like the white and black look, especially when it's text. So that's just kind of how I decided to go with this. Very kind of classic and timeless. You absolutely can use any color that suits your home. I just went in with a font that I liked and typed out my text. I used one for all of the words, and then I used a different one for the amen at the bottom, just because I like that look. And that's exactly how the one at Hobby Lobby was, and I thought it was beautiful. So I decided to just kind of put my own spin on that and use two fonts that I thought went really well together. Okay, so just bringing in this blank from Hobby Lobby. This was $7.99, and I always buy it when it's like, what, 40% off? So maybe like $5 for the blank. And I really just liked, it is like a light gray all the way around. And then it has this white part in the middle here. It kind of looks like a subway tile in a way, but it is wood. It's just a piece of painted wood. I did line this to the left. So I'm just going to kind of focus on this left-hand side and get that as straight as I can. And then I will just lay that down. I'll bring in my scraper and burnish this down. Now, I did not buy the blank for this recently. I've had this blank in my craft room for probably a couple months now, so I don't know 100% if they have this specific one anymore, but I think it is one they carry pretty much all the time. And if not, really, you can use any blank you like. Just size it for the blank that you're using. And I went with a glossy black for this. I just thought that I would enjoy that look better than a matte for this design in particular. And it just says, "And thank you for all those we love, amen." And I thought that was so beautiful and so fitting for the dining room. So I am excited to have this done. Let's go ahead and move on to our next craft. Okay, so bringing in my next craft here, you guys have seen this frame on my channel before. This stays in my office. I change out what I put inside of it, just depending on how I'm feeling and what kind of inspiration that I need a reminder for at that time. I recently went to Hobby Lobby and I've never really noticed these before, but they had these kind of like, I don't know, it just says, it's from the wood pile. It just says wood pile crafts. Oh, painted shape. And then it has, I can do all things, which is the name of this one specifically. They are 99 cents each. And I picked up a few of these. This one here says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me," which I thought was so beautiful. And I thought it would be so pretty to put this in the frame here. And I'm going to do that, but at the same time, with that being said, I really want a lot of dimension. So coming in with some foam squares, I'm going to prop this up with foam squares, but I'm also going to double them up. And I'll kind of show you what I mean here as I lay these down. I'll bring in my weeding tool here to help me get off the backs. Now, I don't think that I need to go crazy with the foam tape. I think 4 is more than enough. I'm going to double these up so that it gives me extra height, right? It's not about like extra hold. I just want more space between this and my frame. So that's why I'm going with a double layer of foam tape. If you have something like heavier and you want more hold, you would just put more foam tape, but not double it up, right? Now this foam tape, I went with like the little squares because they're already kind of like one of the thicker foam tapes that they have. So with that being said, I think doubling it up will be more than enough what I'm looking for. So you guys might have noticed something different in this video. My nails are done. Oh my gosh. And let me tell you, I did them myself for the cruise because, you know, I just wanted to get cute. And, you know, press-ons are like all the rage right now. So I ordered a pair of press-ons from Amazon and they came last night and I did them after work and they actually went on so easily. They are really, really cute and I'm really liking them. However, they did say short and I don't know, maybe I just haven't had my nails done in a very long time, but this is definitely not my definition of short, but I can say they are so cute. Okay, so I just set that down and oh my gosh, how cute is that? Look how much dimension is between that cutout in my frame. That looks so beautiful. I love it. I don't know, this might become permanent. I think that this might be the last time I change this frame. This came out even better than I could have even imagined. It is absolutely perfect. And I think that I am finally done changing this blank. Okay, so just kind of sticking with the adhesive vinyl since we're in the mode here and I haven't turned on my heat press yet. I'm going to do this little turntable here. Now, last time you guys saw this, I believe it had the fall decor on it, the fall wreath. I have one too that still has the Christmas wreath on it. I haven't taken that off yet. but I believe this is the one last had the fall wreath. I do have a few of these floating around my home, so sometimes I forget which is which, but nonetheless, they are all the same. And I just went in and cut out a really, really simple, cute little wreath that I thought was kind of neutral enough that it didn't scream like Valentine's Day, so I could kind of go ahead and put it out and bring in some color. But it did scream Valentine's Day enough that I could leave it up for Valentine's Day and it would also work. January is kind of a rough month for me just because, I don't know, there's not really like a ton for me to craft outside of just kind of normal everyday things that I want to get done, which is fine, but I'm also like just super excited to always decorate for Valentine's Day because to me, everything like Valentine's Day is just so cute. I don't know, I just kind of love to decorate for Valentine's Day. I love being able to just put everything pink in my home, which I want to say I watched a creator lately that I really like. Her name is Lainey. Her channel is Crafted by Lucas. And I was watching one of her videos recently. I kind of had like a ton of videos to catch up on. And she was saying how, you know, her husband doesn't like a lot of pink like all over the house. And she was saying that and I kind of laughed because like my husband does not care. Like we've long been over having that argument. So I decorate my house pretty much however I like. He does definitely kind of draw a line at a certain point, but his thing is the car. Like the car is absolutely like off limits to me. And I keep seeing these like bumper stickers or kind of like you put on your like your back window and it says like, don't honk at me, I'm already crying. And I think it's so cute and I want to put it on my car so bad, but that is like his bottom line. He is like, no, nothing on the car. Like he is totally against any decals on the car. So when she said that about her husband in pink, I was like, girl, I feel you. I feel you. Like, I know it's not completely the same, but I feel like most of us can kind of relate. There is kind of a line the people around us create and they're like, listen, you cannot cross this line. This is too much now. And, you know, I guess it's for the best. We could all use some boundaries, right? Okay, so got that laid down. I'm gonna use the same piece of transfer tape that I used for our first craft, now the leaves, and then now my little hearts. Now I'm gonna be honest, I cut this like yesterday and I don't remember exactly where these hearts go, but I also don't think it really matters. I'm just gonna kind of line them where I think they look cute. As long as they're not overlapping the leaves, they should be a-okay. Now this is like a scrap piece of vinyl, so it looks like I'm having some issue getting the back off of it, which definitely happens with older vinyl. So just kind of be aware if you're having that issue, that might be why. But normally if you're just kind of a little patient, you can usually get it to kind of unstick and hopefully we can get this transferred, because, you know, it's like devastating when it's the last little, you know, detail and that's where you lose it. Oh my goodness, it's heartbreaking sometimes. So I don't want to kind of lose my last little heart here. I mean, if I do, it's not going to be the end of the world. However, I would like to try not to. So this last little heart, like the liner is stuck on there and I can't get it off. So honestly, what I'm going to do is just take some of my art glitter glue and I'm going to literally put that on the back of that heart. And that should be fine in keeping it down. I'm going to just give it just a moment. You can see here where it like took it completely out of the liner. I could not get the liner back off, so I'm not gonna ruin it, you know, trying to insist that it come off. I'm just gonna kind of go with it, and we will pivot and change direction here. So now, like I said, just kind of moving this around, I will just eyeball it and see where it looks fine. So that looks just about good to me. Everyone is kind of in a spot that looks nice. So I'm just gonna kind of come in, I will burnish down the hearts. And then this one here with the glue, I'm just gonna be really careful, just kind of tap it. You can see that glue coming out around it. Honestly, I'm not really worried about it. To be honest with you, it's not a big deal. I'm going to set a candle on top of this, so I will just kind of scoot that candle towards this little heart here, right? No problem. I am going to go ahead and throw out this transfer tape just because I don't think, or actually I'm going to cut just a little strip because we have our little keychain to do, and I think that's my last adhesive vinyl. So I'll just cut a little strip because I don't need much, but this transfer tape does need to be thrown away. Okay, so here's how my little wreath came out. This is the little heart that I glued down. You can see it is a little wonky, but honestly not too bad. And I just went with this kind of avocado color for the leaves, and then a really, really light pink for the hearts. And I think that's so cute. And like I said, I think that this is a nice way to kind of transition into Valentine's Day. It's not screaming like, hello, I already think it's February, but it is like just a little touch, right? Okay guys, so I went ahead and weeded and transferred this because it's super, super small and I wasn't exactly sure if it was even going to kind of work. So I just kind of started to do that, and now as I kind of went to go bring in my keychain, I noticed that, I don't know, I guess I got my sizing wrong because this definitely will not fit where I need it to go. So because it's in 3 different lines, I'm going to try, I think maybe to like kind of piece it together so that like I can get it to fit. But this is like at this point going to be a total experiment. I have no idea. This might be a total fail. And like I said, that's why for $1, I was totally willing to kind of just risk it and see what happens. But this is a very, very small area to work with, which is why I was like always kind of confused how people were like getting these really like intricate text on them, but I don't know. Let's see if I can kind of figure it out. So this, if you can't see, I know it's really hard. Let me tell you, I have kind of like learned my lesson with this mint color on the channel just because my lighting, I don't know, or my phone, I'm not sure, but it really gets like washed out. You really can't see it. So I need to be kind of more conscious of that, but I will show you guys in just a second. Okay guys, we're back. Sorry about that. I didn't notice my phone stopped recording and I was talking to myself, but that's fine. I got this all laid down. It wasn't really anything interesting. I just cut it apart. It says, text me when you get home. I thought that this would be so cute to put on the back of the little keychain because I always say this to people as we kind of part ways. So I just thought it was a really cute kind of personal touch to put on there. Now I did have to put it like the bottom line here kind of more slanted to get it to fit. I maybe should have started with this line because it was my longest and then I would have known that I needed to slant these, but I started from the top. So that maybe would be a little more helpful, but I honestly don't mind that bottom line being crooked like that. And I think it just gives it more kind of personal touch or feel to it. So I think that this was actually a win. I don't know how many of them I would do, but I think that this is really cute. And I love to have like something like this on hand for gifts, like as something comes up and I need a little gift for someone. These make perfect things to just kind of craft and have around. So when those occasions come up, you just have little things that you can quickly make a little gift basket and you look like the best friend ever. And it just is nice to have something you can quickly grab and it's still a personalized gift, right? Okay, bringing in my Easy Press Mini here, I'm gonna start getting that warmed up to medium, which is the second wavy line. I'm gonna go ahead and cut apart my dish towels here. So this is a little closer look of the little teacup one. It is so cute. I love the colors on it, but I'm gonna set this one to the side. I'm not doing anything with that one today. I think it is cute just the way it is. But for this towel with this sweet little detail here, let me tell you, so excited, cannot wait. So I'm just gonna keep this folded exactly how they have it. It is nice and pressed. It doesn't have many wrinkles in it. So I'm just gonna kind of leave it just as it is. I am gonna come in with my lint roller and just make sure that surface is nice and lint free. Now, as I kind of spoke to before, January is a little bit of a rough month for me just decorating wise. So when I saw this, I thought that it would just be so cute to put a little bow on this. Like I said, I feel like bows are very on trends and I am a sucker for a bow. So when I saw this pattern with this sweet little detail at the bottom, I thought it would just be so cute to put a gold bow on it. And like I said, I will probably transition this into Valentine's Day because I think it's just so sweet. I love it. Okay, so leaving it folded, I am gonna unfold it this way though, so that way it just is one layer directly on my transfer mat. I'm gonna bring in my bow here and just kind of get this lined up as centered as I can. I think I'll move it over just a tad. Okay, I think that looks really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and start to heat this up. Now, this is a iron-on from Amazon. I have not used it before, I don't believe. But I'm just going to go in with medium heat. I will monitor my towel and just kind of eyeball it as I'm going to make sure that I am not giving it too much heat, but it is getting enough to lay it down. And let me tell you, as you work with iron-on and you kind of get more experience with it, you can definitely start to know the signs of your iron-on laying down. Now, this did say a cold peel, so I'm gonna remove my heat press mat. I'm gonna flip it over. We will give that just a second to cool down. In the meantime, I'm gonna bring in my little iron-on patch here. I just wanna read it really quick. Okay, so I read the directions for that. It sounds pretty straightforward, so we will see. We're gonna do that next and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so this laid down really nicely. I just see a little area here at the bottom, which I got it kind of like on the seam here at the bottom. So I'm just gonna try to get that smoothed out. I probably should have moved that up a little, but I honestly didn't even notice, so no big deal. I will just get it as laid down and as smooth as I can, but not the end of the world. And here we go. Here's how my little towel came out. I think it is so cute. I absolutely love the gold with this blue and that detail of the little pleat at the bottom. Perfect. I love it. And then I think, you know, for now I will probably, I don't know, I think I might put the teacups in front just because, no, I don't know. I don't think I can. I think the bow will go in front and the teacups will go in the back for now. But I love it. I think it's so cute. And let's go ahead and move on to our final craft of the night. Okay, so for my last little project, I want to put this cute A from Hobby Lobby on my little fanny pack from Target. So with that being said, let's see kind of the best course of action here. I need to kind of build up the inside of this fanny pack so that I can press it, but I don't think it's quite wide enough. No, it's not. So let's see if I can kind of fold it a little here. So let's see, how am I gonna wear it? I'm gonna wear it like this. So I want the A on this side because I want the A closest to me, or do I? No, I want it here, right? I want it away from me. Yeah, I want it away from my face. So I'm gonna put it on this side here. So I'm gonna try to fold this and see if we can't kind of finagle this enough to work for us. And yeah, I think that will work just fine, actually. So that looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna try really hard to kind of get this straight. It is a little hard just because, you know, everything's just kind of finagled here. So, you know, trying my best. That honestly to me looks really good. So I'm gonna go with that. Now it says to cover it with a cloth, which I just have a random washcloth here. I'm gonna actually, before we do that, since this is still on, I'm gonna bring this in and preheat my material. I have my big press heating up because I do think that I'm gonna use my big press just so I can kind of do it all at once, and also because I wanna try to get some pressure on this. Because I have definitely kind of seen like mixed results with these patches. So with that being said, and what I've kind of learned from watching other people, I think that hopefully I have kind of learned a thing or two from the people before me. And maybe, just maybe, I can get a nice press, right? So that is my hope. That looks good. This does not have like a actual temperature on it. It just says preheat iron to cotton setting. So honestly, I'm just gonna put it on like 330, I think it's going to, which is what I use for shirts, I believe. So that's just kind of my go-to heat. So I'm just gonna go with that, and we'll just monitor what's in front of us like always and hope for the best. Oh my goodness, I swear, like, since I've gotten my Easy Press Mini, like, I have barely used my big heat press, and I honestly forgot how long it takes to heat up. Like, oh, there it is. Compared to, you know, my heat press was like, really, lady, you're talking about me? Like, I'm gonna show you. So I'm just gonna bring this in. It's on 330. I'm just gonna go ahead and set it down, and I don't know, we will start with 30 seconds. Probably not the whole 30 seconds. But I barely use my big press anymore because it's like, I just forget how long it takes to heat up compared to the mini. The mini is like Man, that thing heats up in no time flat. Okay, so I don't know how that's looking. Honestly, this kind of happens to me every time. I'm gonna go in with my mini just because I want to kind of get like some really direct heat here, and I want to see really what's going on, like if it's adhering at all. And it's really hard to see with your big press, right? Because like this, okay, so it looks like maybe it's starting to. I'm gonna go to the high setting, and I'm gonna just kind of hold it in one spot for a minute. Now the mini is not made to be held in one spot, so please, you know, do this at your own risk. Please watch other videos, make an informed decision on how you want to approach this. This is how I'm gonna do it for myself and for my project, but please, I am no expert. I am just a mama in her guest room pumping out videos, you know? Who am I to tell you what to do? Okay, so that actually looks like that's working really well, honestly. Yeah, that looks super good. And then I know that you always have to like turn it over and do it from the other side. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But that honestly looks really good. Wow, I'm actually kind of shocked that it did that well. Okay, so I'm gonna try to flip it inside out. Now, the inside of this is not the same material. The inside of this is like a plastic material, and it's actually really hot for me just pressing it. So coming from the other side, I'm gonna drop this down to low, and I'm really gonna give that a minute to cool down because I do not want to melt this at this point, right? I don't even know if I should do it from the other side. Yeah, I guess I should because it's kind of peeling up. So, man, I'm just like, I don't want to melt it. I really don't want to melt it. Okay, we're gonna try. Y'all, let me struggle and figure it out before you guys have to do it. Let me do it. If I ruin it, you guys will know exactly what not to do. So, watch this and see how it goes. I'm not even sure 100% if this is going to be like successful at this point. I'm not sure. Like I said, I've seen really like mixed results with these patches, so I don't think it's just me. I think they are probably a little tricky, but I think if you have a big heat press that is like actually a pressure, like applies the pressure for you, I think that would be absolutely the game changer in it. But I do not have one of those, so I will use what I have, and I think that I will be able to figure it out just the same. It may take some extra time, but girl, I'll figure it out. And then let me see if it says anything about like how long to let it sit. Okay, yeah, so it says let it cool for 30 to 40 seconds. So I think I'm gonna kind of press it, and then I think I'm gonna let it sit for a moment. And then let's see what it does when it kind of cools down, because like I said, that inner thing, that inner lining is plastic, and it was getting pretty hot before. It's holding up really nicely though. It's not burning, which I'm really impressed and surprised by. So I'm gonna kind of let this sit for a moment and not touch it and let it cool down, and we'll see how stuck it is. So as that cools down for a moment, let's go ahead and bring in everything we got done, and then we'll take a look at it once we see everything together. Okay guys, so here's everything we got done. Let's take a look at our little purse here and see. Okay, so I would say this is probably like 80% cool. It's pretty much cool. And so these two corners are really stuck. The inside here is not stuck. This corner, this edge here is pretty stuck. This looks good, that looks good. So honestly, truthfully, like for me to use this for the cruise, like this bag was $5. The patch itself was $2 and some change. So for $7, for me to use this for the cruise, this is gonna hold up absolutely no problem. I have no worries with wearing this for that. I will go in and give this another press right at the top here, but honestly, the rest of the edges look really, really good, and I'm honestly super surprised that it laid down so well. So I am so excited with how everything came out. Thank you guys for sticking with me in this video. I know it was a little all over the place, but you know, this is real life. This is how I craft, and I hope that you guys can kind of appreciate that. You know, not everything is kind of themed and will go together cohesively, but this is things that I actually am using for my home and for my life. So I hope that you guys enjoy it. I know that I love to see people just make whatever literally they're making on their craft desk. So I am all for it. So guys, I have to tell you, I think that this is my favorite craft of the night, only because I absolutely love finding the kind of final look for a piece. For me, this is something that I have changed out for over a year. I've put all kind of different things on this. It is one of the first videos on my channel that kind of got a lot of traction and people were really drawn to and actually watched. So this frame has actually become really, really special to me. And I was kind of looking for its final form. And let me tell you, when I saw this, I immediately thought of this frame, and it came out way better than I could have ever imagined. And I am so glad to say that this is finally done, and this will be hung in my office for year to come. So guys, that is all I have time for tonight. Thank you so much for watching my video. I will be on my cruise probably by the time this video goes out. So I will see you after that, hopefully relaxed and a little tan, but we'll see, right? Guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.